My name is Sóley and from Iceland, and this is my own project named after myself. So it's called Sóley, and we play kind of like, probably people would say indie music. I play piano, I use loops, and of course sing. So just kind of a pop music, I would say. I remember there was a ship, and it's not really easy to forget. It's a really cool venue, and it's nice to do like different things like that. I really love the backstage. It's so cool, and it's nice to have a bar on your own in the backstage. So yeah, I definitely remember the show, and it was really nice. My dad he's a trombone player, and he's also a music teacher. So well, I remember he was like in a brass band that I later joined, and when I was probably around 4 years old, my only dream was to be in a brass band and like have those beautiful, what I thought when I was 4, like beautiful costumes on. They were all like purple and with some like curtain decorations on them here. That was my like goal in life, to be like play tuba or trombone or something. So later I joined the brass band when I was like a teenager, and I played like percussion and stuff. It was probably around 2010 my first EP came out, and before that I'd been like writing few songs at home, in my computer. Probably like when I heard Jonah Newsom for the first time, I heard her first album when I was like working at a cafe in Iceland, and it was kind of when I started hearing like female musicians. It's really interesting that like I'd been listening to a lot of like male musicians, and I really loved them, but as soon as I like picked out all those female artists like Jonah Newsom and an Icelandic musician called Ólöf Arnalds, she like plays guitars and sings. Then I was like, yeah, maybe I can do that too or something. So there were like a couple of female artists that kind of like brought me into that scene, or like, yeah. So like usually I would like either sit by the piano and just like make up chords, or sometimes I get like drum beats from my drummer, like to start like kind of like an atmosphere of the song or something. So the lyrics always come the very, 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 very last. It's I love writing lyrics, but it's also really like complicated. You want to do it kind of like, I did like with my first album, We Sink. I kind of just wrote lyrics, and I wasn't even thinking that I would release it. And at some point they would, I could never take it back. Like I was just like all the titles, all the lyrics. It's so weird, like that you don't understand that you release something, you can never take it back. So on my second album, I was really aware of that, trying to do like all the lyrics were kind of all thought through and stuff like that. So, you're always learning, I guess, but the lyrics always come last. So I do it from the beginning till the end. So, well, I've done like all my albums like that, but I've been thinking about my next album, if I should like try to get someone to, help me out, like not really produce it, but just share ideas and stuff like that. So yeah, I do everything. No, I don't play the drums, but it's kind of the only thing that I don't do. I record everything myself and stuff like that. So it's nice, but it's also kind of like lonely in a way. You can't share stuff with people, and it's mainly because I'm just too shy to show it to people while I'm working at it. But I'm gonna try to like take the step and try to work with someone. Iceland is like, of course, surrounded by sea, so it's an island. So I don't think I could live in a country where it wouldn't have like sea. I think it's really like such a freedom to be able to see the sea and like see longer, like see a long distance, So and for my second album, I was actually like just kind of jogging by the sea when I was like, oh, I'm gonna make an album about the sea. So but it ended like not really being about the sea, but it all started there. Like I just feel it's really interesting to like, because it's so deep and it's so kind of scary in a way. Like you don't know what's going on down there, and it's so deep, and like there's probably so many, like you can make up a lot of stories about like what could be going on down there. So I thought it was a nice topic to work on. Reykjavik is, I think it's really cool to live there. It's like the music scene, it seems like it's really like small, but like big, I mean, like because there are so many bands, but like in a way it's usually just the same people are like in 3 different bands or something. And yeah, I would say like, of course, yeah, you're always meeting, you know, musicians and they're your friends basically, so friends or colleagues or something. So yeah, definitely we hang out if we meet at the bar or something. So it's kind of a cool place to live at. I've never lived anywhere else, so I don't know how it is to live in a big city. I've been to big cities like Tokyo and New York, and I think I would just like drown there or something. It's like, it's really intense. It's so good to be in Reykjavik, like there's so much space, and just in Iceland itself there's so much space for everyone, and there's so much just space. Like you could walk like a whole street and you would not meet anyone, you know. It's kind of, you know, weird, but in a way it's kind of cool. You know, that's why Icelanders are all like, they don't really like say hi, or they don't really like, they're not really like very hugging people. They'll be like, hello, you know, yeah, I don't want to talk to you, you know. But you know, kind of dark, probably because of the darkness in the winter time. As horrible as that sounds, that I would write such a horrible lyrics while being pregnant. No, I'm joking, but my baby is awesome, she's perfect, and I love her so much. Like when I was, you know, yeah, it's hard to explain, but I just started to fear a lot. I was really anxious in my pregnancy, and I had to like deal with like a lot with my mind, which was kind of taking control over everything. So I felt it was really good to just sit down and write down kind of how I was feeling, and try to make the lyrics kind of as I would, you know, not really tell exactly what I'm thinking, but you know, try to make them kind of poetic and stuff, and making the devil as like, you know, as it could kind of take over the mind, and just like you go in circles and you can't kind of get out, because it's just, you know how it is, you know, when you like you think something and just like can't get out of it. So it was kind of like a healing process for me to just like write everything down and get over it, and I think it worked. Like in a way, it definitely worked. I feel better now. Yeah, it's basically like a mixture of like my pop albums, you know, the albums We Sink and Ask the Deep, and like I guess the live versions are a little bit different, but we just try to build up, you know. There on my previous, like on my first album, there are more piano songs and stuff like that. So yeah, I think we tried to just to make kind of like a nice dynamic out of the both albums, and yeah, make them kind of put them together. Though they're like, for me, they're totally different from each other, you know, in a way, because they're just another kind of sound world on the new album. But you know, it's nice to mix them, I think. My future plans or my thoughts on this all, like with the instrumental album, the Chromantique, I'm planning on doing like a accordion album, as you were saying, like a accordion album, instrumental accordion album, and then instrumental organ album. So it's gonna like make a trilogy, because I like making pop music, but I also really wanna like try to make more just instrumental composition and stuff. I studied composition, so as soon as I graduated from that, I kind of just started this pop career, and I've never had like any chance to kind of explore the kind of experimental side of myself. But again, then I'm also just gonna make a new pop album. That's also a plan. And then I really want to do like a piano album, also just like piano and voice. So that's my 3 albums that I better just start soon to make. I think they will all come out under my name, but I might, you know, like name the instrumental projects just something differently. I don't know. I haven't really thought that through, but I think I want to keep the name, but just like name if there's like like kind of experimental instrumental project going on, I'm gonna name that something, you know, but it's always gonna be like me with a band or me solo or me doing weird stuff or something, you know.